What is going on, Lucid fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today it looks like we have another red day ahead of us. I'm going to talk on why it's going so much red and especially some rumors behind that. I'm going to go over some updated data points and some technicals near the end. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the deal. Smash the thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel, want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships. Link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. Greatly appreciate that. With that, let's get right to it. So we're going to take a look at the Ortex data. As you can see on the intraday chart, nothing but red first thing. We are doing a little bit of a bounce, so hopefully it does gain a little bit more momentum, because in my opinion, I do see this as largely oversold. But again, there is a lot of rumors that are floating around that could justify why we have dropped as much as we have over the last little bit. So in case you do not know, Tesla did say that there was going to be some supply chain issues in 2022, and they said that during their guidance for their quarterly results. So this is causing a little bit more of a ripple effect across other EVs, more specifically Lucid, because as of right now, we have yet to actually disclose how many 2021 deliveries we have had, or 2022 as far as kind of updates in that regard. So this is where we have taken quite the dip, because unfortunately Tesla is the biggest company out there for EVs. So whatever's happening to them is being magnified throughout the EVs, like I already said. So some rumors that are floating around are that we didn't meet our 2021 deliveries, and especially our 2022 outlook is not going to be met. Especially in case you do not know as well, it is estimated to be around 20,000 vehicles delivered in 2022. So this is where it comes into play. And looking at Bear's Workshop, as of right now, give or take, it is roughly about 25 to 30 vehicles as far as delivered per day. So if you do the math, that works out to be about 10,000 to about 12,000, depending on what number you use on an annual basis. So it does look like we are well below the estimates. So that is more so being magnified as well, the fear associated to that. And again, it's a lot of different things. I personally, like I've been saying a lot of other videos and live streams, this is a great buying opportunity, especially considering we all know the huge growth. And as of right now, technically Lucid has not disclosed any deliveries on 2021 or 2022. So there's no reason to doubt them as of right now. Something that's happening to Tesla may not happen to other EVs. So that's something to factor in. In addition to that, I'm just going to go over some short info, and because it's going to tie into my bigger picture, because it does match with another rumor that is floating around. So as you can see, 1388 is a short interest, 9717 is the utilization. So this is starting to break the whole short squeeze concept, because utilization was one thing that we definitely had going for us. That shows that 100% of the available shares to short were out, but now it's only 9717. So they have been closing. Last couple days it's been minus 12, minus 13. So like I said, they have been closing on a day-by-day basis. It did actually so far close first thing in the morning, negative 0.48, which works out to be 558,000 shares being returned, which at the end of the day is still fairly costly for them to continue to short 18% on average. So again, that it is what it is. But I do want to show you this, because again, this is kind of grouping into the other rumor that's floating around. 98 million shares at the peak were being shorted. So right now it's 78. So give or take, you obviously can do the math. So 20 million. So 20 million were returned over the last couple of days. So keep that in mind. So I'm just going to switch to this and show you some charts. So as you can see, what I have up here, it is the basic chart. This isn't what I want to show you. I want to show you the trade history. So you can see 2 abnormal days, the last 2 days, ever since that news about Tesla came out. So again, piecing together that there's a little bit more of a bump in volume, which over the last couple of days, there was a lot of Forum Ts. So in case you do not know, that is institutions from what you can see from time and sales. So that's showing institutions either buying or selling, again, depending on the circumstances. So again, back to it, the biggest rumor that is floating out there, and in my opinion would cause a lot of damage, is PIF. So I'm just going to show you this as well. So in case you guys do not know, PIF is right here, Public Investment Fund. So they have about 1 billion in change as far as overall shares. And so the common thing is that technically they are selling. So that's what the rumor is, that PIF is selling small amounts though, give or take a couple million, just to reorganize and rebalance possibly. And personally, I don't see them selling, but this is one of the latest rumors that has been floating around, in addition to what I've already mentioned as well about the 2021 and 2022 deliveries and production. but it's one of those things that I personally see it as a very big catalyst. So as you can see, the filing dates, so the last 13F that we did get from PIF was November the 15th. It is estimated that they're going to submit their new 13F, give or take, around February the 15th, or around that time frame. Same goes for Vanguard and Franklin, but again, that's where ultimately we'll know if PIF, Vanguard, or Franklin sold or bought more. I personally do think that PIF has been adding because we all know the huge growth model, but again, they might take what came out of Tesla's earnings and their guidance as truth and possibly a precursor to exactly what is going to be coming to Lucid. And for those that didn't see the massive sell-off that happened on Rivian when they missed on their deliveries, so they met for the most part their production, but their deliveries lacked, and also they bled a lot of cash. But that aside, they dropped roughly about 17-18%. This is definitely one of those things that is causing a lot of fear within the market, but like I said, it is a great buying opportunity. And as you can see on the live ticker to my right, currently 26.90, down roughly about 6.3%, 23.7 million in volume, whereas the average is 50.7, and 2.3 million shares being purchased by institutions, and you can see that based on the block volume column today alone. So a lot of positive things to take from this day if you can get in or average down. This is a great buying opportunity because even at $50, there was a lot of institutions that were buying almost every single day. Over the last couple of months, there's been about 2 to 5 million shares being purchased by institutions on a daily basis. So regardless of it being at 50, 55, or whatever it is, there is a lot of institutions that definitely do like that. So I do anticipate a lot more 13Fs coming out in a positive nature. With that, just going to do a little bit of technical analysis. So I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. So as you can see on the momentum indicator, it is definitely down, so it shows number of viruses dropping. Stochastic is definitely having still that deviation, so still technically a bear sentiment, and RSI is dropping, but again, it's getting to that happy point where it's a great buying opportunity in my opinion. Looking on the actual chart, we did technically break the 200-day moving average yesterday, and we are sitting well below that as of right now and outside the Bollinger Band. So most likely, given the circumstances, especially considering all of this is, in my opinion, largely based on rumors and nothing really confirmed by Lucid, I do strongly feel that we are going to be coming back into the Bollinger Band and most likely trading between the 100 and 200-day moving averages. Again, it's just a lot of fear when it comes down to it, and it is one of those things that you need to buy the dip. Lucid has always been one of those companies that you need to buy the dip, and like I said, especially right now, it is largely just based on Tesla and what they are saying. At the end of the day, make sure you do your own due diligence. As you know, I am not a financial advisor. So with all that, let me know your thoughts on Lucid in the comments below, and if you've been buying, give yourself a shout out. You definitely deserve it. Or if you've just been diamond handing it as well, let me know. If you haven't already, smash a thumbs up, subscribe, do all that fun stuff. Greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel, want to support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom screen. Greatly appreciate that. With all that, let's all make a lot of money on Lucid.